What important stuff have women invented? If you think men have the market cornered on inventions, think again. It turns out that the fairer sex is responsible for some of history's most notable breakthroughs. Women came up with ideas and specifications for such useful items as life rafts, Maria Beasley, circular saws, Tabitha Babbitt, medical syringes, Letitia Gear, and underwater lamps and telescopes, Sarah Mather. Juliana Tesoro was a prolific inventor in the textile industry. Flame-resistant fibers and permanent press properties are among her many contributions. The Tesoro Corporation holds more than 125 of her textile-related patents. Some well-known inventions by women are associated with the home. In 1930, for example, dietitian Ruth Wakefield Lodge and her husband Kenneth were operating a tourist lodge near Boston. While mixing a batch of cookies for guests one day, Ruth discovered she had run out of baker's chocolate. In a rush to come up with something, Wakefield substituted broken pieces of Nestle semi-sweet chocolate. She expected them to melt into the dough to create chocolate cookies. They didn't, and the surprising result was the chocolate chip cookie. In the late 1950s, Ruth Handler drew inspiration from watching her daughter and her daughter's friends play with paper dolls. After noticing that the girls used the dolls to act out future events rather than those in the present, Handler set out to create a grown-up, three-dimensional doll. She even endowed it with breasts, though their proportions were later criticized for being unrealistic. Handler named her creation after her daughter, and the Barbie doll was introduced in 1959. Handler, incidentally, was one of the founders of the toy giant Mattel. Of course, not all female inventors have been interested in cookies and dolls. Consider Mary Anderson. While taking a trip from Alabama to New York City just after the turn of the 20th century, she noticed that when it rained, drivers had to open their car windows to see. Anderson invented a swinging arm device with a rubber blade that the driver operated by using a lever. In 1903, she received a patent for what became known as the windshield wiper. By 1916, it was standard on most vehicles. Movie actress Hedy Lamarr's invention was a matter of national security. Lamarr, born Hedwig Eva Maria Kiesler in Austria, emigrated to the United States in the 1930s. In addition to leading the glamorous life of a film star, she became a pioneer in the field of wireless communication. Lamarr and composer George Antheil developed a secret communication system to help the Allies in World War II. Their method of manipulating radio frequencies was used to create unbreakable codes. The invention proved invaluable again 2 decades later when it was used aboard naval vessels during the Cuban Missile Crisis. The spread spectrum technology that Lamarr helped to pioneer became the key component in the creation of cellular phones, fax machines, and other wireless devices. How's that for inventive?